full. The house was full. Jesus was in the house, teaching and healing, and everyone wanted to see him. Some men had a friend who could not walk. They believed that Jesus could heal him, so they carried him to the house on a mat. Because the house was so full, they couldn't get in. So they carried their friend up the steps to the flat roof and started tearing up the tiles. They opened a hole in the roof. Everyone in the house looked up, amazed. Then they lowered their friend into the middle of the crowd. They thought Jesus would heal their friend. Instead, Jesus said to him, "Your sins are forgiven." The religious leaders were very unhappy. "Only God can forgive sins," they grumbled. "What's easier?" asked Jesus. "To forgive a man's sins or make him walk? To show you that I have God's power to forgive sins, I will heal his legs." "Pick up your mat and walk home," said Jesus to the man. And he did. His friends cheered, and so did everyone else. Now the house was filled with praise. Jesus and his disciples crossed the Sea of Galilee. They met a man with evil spirits who lived in a cemetery. He screamed constantly and cut himself with stones. Jesus told the spirits to leave. "Don't hurt us, Jesus," the spirits cried. "My name is Lots," said the man. "There are lots of evil spirits in me." "Well, you have to leave him," said Jesus. "You have no choice." The evil spirits were scared. There was a large herd of pigs nearby. "Then send us into the pigs." Jesus let the evil spirits enter the pigs. The whole herd rushed down a steep bank into the lake and drowned. The people who took care of the pigs told everyone in town what had happened. The townspeople came to the cemetery. They saw that Jesus had made the man well. Frightened, the people begged Jesus to leave. The man asked to go with Jesus. Jesus replied, "Stay here. Tell everyone what I've done." The man did, and everyone was amazed. leader of the synagogue, fell at Jesus' feet. "My little girl is dying," he cried. "If you lay your hands on her, I know that she will live." Pushing through the crowd, they met some men from Jairus' house. "Your daughter is already dead," they said. "Don't be afraid," said Jesus. "Believe, and your daughter will be healed." They arrived at Jairus' house and found people weeping for the girl. "Why are you weeping?" Jesus asked. "The girl's not dead. She's only sleeping." The people laughed at him. Jesus and 3 of his disciples, Peter, James, and John, went into the house with Jairus and his wife. The little girl was lying there, just as everyone had said. Jesus took her hand. Then he said, "Stand up, little girl." And she did. She even walked around the room. Jairus and his wife were amazed. Jesus told them not to tell anyone what he had done. "Now," said Jesus, "I think this girl needs something to eat." Oh. Jesus had finished teaching. Everyone was hungry. "Send them away to buy food," his disciples said. But Jesus wanted to show the people that they could trust God. "Why don't you feed them?" Jesus asked. "It would take a year's wages to buy bread for them all," his disciples cried. "How much food do you have?" asked Jesus. Huh? What? "There is a boy here," said Andrew, "who has 5 loaves of bread and 2 little fish." Jesus smiled. "Perfect. Tell the people to sit down on the grass." So the people sat down all over the mountainside. Jesus thanked God for the bread and the fish. Then he broke them into pieces for his disciples to hand out. Jesus' disciples passed out bread and fish to the whole crowd. There were 5,000 men and lots of women and children too. Everyone ate as much as they wanted. Afterwards, the disciples gathered up the leftovers. There were 12 baskets full, from just 5 loaves and 2 fish. The people knew they could trust God to care for them.